Greetings, Pokefans! Michael here. There's lots of balls in my mouth. Before I get into the video, I have some really exciting news. I recently hit 300,000 subscribers, which is super spectacular. Thank you guys so much for that. So to celebrate that, I'm doing a giveaway. If you sign up with the link down in the description below, you'll be entered to win a $50 Nintendo eShop gift card. So you can use that money for Pokemon Sun or Moon come November. So be sure to sign up. So now that I've covered that, let me dive right into the video. Playing Pokemon Go lately and Pokemon Yellow earlier this year has really refamiliarized me with the original 151 Pokemon, since this is the most exposure I've had to them exclusively since Fire Red and Leaf Green. It's reminded me a lot of the original 151 Pokemon that are really awesome, such as all three starters, Arcanine, Dragonite, Gyarados, and many others. However, it's also reminded me of some of the Gen 1 Pokemon that are pretty terrible. So today, I'm going to be counting down the top 5 original 151 Pokemon that I think are the worst. Now, since I didn't do a great job clarifying this in my top 5 worst starters video, I'll clarify now that this list will focus almost exclusively on design, general concept, and my personal feelings toward these Pokemon. I'm not going to discuss battle prowess much at all, simply because I'm not much of a competitive battler, so I'm not really a good authority on how good or bad these Pokemon are. I have discussed a couple of these Pokemon in another video I made, but since it's been almost 2 years since I posted that video, I thought it'd be fun to revisit the topic and just rail on some of these Pokemon again. Now, if you do happen to like some of these Pokemon, which I honestly don't think is nearly as likely as it was with the starters, I am very legitimately sorry if I end up offending you, and I hope you can forgive me. So be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't, and without further ado, here are my top 5 worst original 151 Pokemon. Number 5, Electrode. So Voltorb and Electrode, they're an interesting concept. And when I say interesting, I don't mean good. Basing a Pokemon off of the devices that people in the Pokemon world created just isn't the best in my opinion. I don't think it's horrendous, but I'm not really a huge fan. But the thing that really bothers me about this pair is Electrode specifically. You want to make a Pokemon based on a Pokeball? Fine, go for it. But how lame is it that when the basic one evolves, it just turns upside down? What? If you want to make a Pokemon based on a Pokeball, at least have it evolve into a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball, not just reorient it. I think the ideal setup for this line would have been 3 stages, with Voltorb as the basic one, a Great Ball middle evolution, an Ultra Ball final evolution, and then a Master Ball mega evolution. But no. Instead, we end up with an upside down Voltorb with admittedly excellent teeth. But I still think it's a disappointment in my opinion. Number 4, Lickitung. Lickitung is just kind of uncomfortable to look at. Like, what are you planning to do with that thing? Lickitung's whole thing is that it's one body part that's super emphasized. Now, while it seems like an odd concept, I could see it working out well, such as a Pokemon with a really powerful tail or arms that are so big and strong that it walks on them. But of all the body parts to choose from, the tongue? Lickitung looks like they just took a big tongue and then designed a tongue-like salamander around it, which is very well what they could have done. I just think its overall concept and execution were really poor, and they didn't do it any favors by adding on Licky Licky. Ah, yes, let's make this Pokemon less weird and lame by making it fatter, putting a Wi-Fi symbol on its belly, and making its name even stupider. Now, I can't judge Lickitung too hard because I too have designed Pokemon with one enlarged body part, as you can see from Seaval and Izai here. But I was 10. Lickitung was designed by grown adults, who I feel like should have realized that maybe Lickitung wasn't the best idea for a concept. Number 3, Jynx. You owe me a soda. Sorry. There really is no other way to say it. Jynx is flat out ugly. The Pokédex says that it seductively wiggles its hips as it walks, but there will be no seducing of me by Jynx at any point. Ever. Its face is unpleasant to look at, its dress is silly and dumb, and its breasts, they're uncomfortable. Nidoqueen has them too, but hers are much more tasteful. Is that weird to say? Jynx's whole design and concept is just really uncomfortable, and the whole racist scandal thing doesn't help its image either. I think there's a pretty good reason Game Freak hasn't given it anything to bring it back into the spotlight since Smoochum and Gen 2. They just want to move on and pretend that this never happened, which I'm grateful for. Number 2, Exeggcute. I really cannot stand this thing. So I don't really dislike Exeggutor. I don't particularly like it, but I don't have any negative feelings towards it. It's just a tropical plant with coconut heads or something like that, and Alolan Exeggutor makes this substantially more obvious. But Exeggcute? It's eggs. Eggs! We all know how most people feel about a certain Pokemon based on food, and I feel very similarly about Exeggcute. It's a pile of eggs with faces on them. What? Why? Why is that a good idea? And why do 6 of them count as one Pokemon? I know Kangaskhan's got a similar thing going on, but Exeggcute takes that logical inconsistency to the nth degree. Its typing doesn't make any sense either. Why is a Pokemon based on the offspring of a bird or a reptile a grass type? You can say that they're supposed to be seeds since they turn into coconut-like heads on Exeggutor. But they're not seeds. They're eggs. They're the egg Pokemon, they have egg in its name, and you can see the yolk. If they were going to turn it into a palm tree, and the Pokedex does say it's an organism more like plant seeds, why not actually make them seeds instead of freaking eggs? And now you can somehow hatch 6 eggs from 1 egg. Come on, guys. I know there's a lot of things in Pokemon that don't make sense, but this is just silly. I think Exeggcute is just a really stupid concept and would be much better suited in the form of an omelet. Number 1, Mr. Mime. Who thought this was a good idea? I absolutely despise Mr. Mime. There are just so many things wrong with it. First, let's talk about its design. It is some demonic court jester mime thing with spindly arms, big hands, and kickball joints. It looks somewhat human, but not completely human. The combination of all those things makes it really freaking creepy. And I'm not talking about cool creepy like Darkrai. Like, I'm concerned this thing is going to murder my family. Also, can we talk about its feet? They're like jester shoes, but that doesn't make any sense. Is it wearing shoes? If so, why is a Pokemon wearing shoes? If not, why does its feet look exactly like human shoes? What? Its name is also absolute garbage. Mr. Mime? This isn't some family pet like Mr. Snuffles. This is the name of this creature's species. How stupid would it be if the scientific name for humans was Mr. Person? So I'm a Mr. Person, you're a Mr. Person, we're a society of Mr. Person. See how annoying that is? Its 3D model is also nightmare-inducing. That ugly face frozen in a stare of terrifying happiness rotating while it looks at you from behind its invisible wall? Dear God, that's awful. Mr. Mime is just a hideous, unsettling Pokemon whose design should have been canned right off the drawing board. I can't help but feel sorry for cute little Mime Jr. who, while it has a terrible name too, is destined to turn into this god-awful excuse for a Pokemon. So there we have it. Those are the top 5 Gen 1 Pokemon that I think are the worst. The original 151 have some really awesome Pokemon in them, but there are some pretty bad apples in the bunch. Or should I say, bad eggs. What did you think of this video? Do you agree with my list? What are some other Gen 1 Pokemon you think are the worst? Let me know in the comments below! And if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, you should definitely subscribe for more fun Pokemon content of all kinds. And don't forget to sign up for the 300,000 subscribers giveaway down in the description below. Alright, that's all I have for now, so until next time, Pokefans. Gotta catch them all! Everybody wants to get down. Greetings! No more. Now, since I didn't... Shut up. I'm filming.
I am eating.
Shut up. There's also balls in my mouth.
Don't spit him out.
There's lots of balls in my mouth. Actually, I only got like 2. I will speak to the masses. Preach the good news of Jubilee's breasts.